And flip! Flip too hard, damn it!
Ah!
Let me clear the air.
Oh my god, bro. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children all ages, how y'all doing today? Welcome back to another reaction to video. I know I have a lot of reaction to videos up right now. I made a post as I'm doing a post talking about, right now we're just doing Thor, Love and Thunder. Maybe in a later day I'll probably talk about Ms. Marvel. But I'm not by myself with these reviews. Welcome back, the fastest thing alive, the so-called king of fighters, that man Sonic.
King of fighters, don't do this to me, because when somebody actually expect me to be good and I suck, it's your fault.
How's that my fault? It's I'm here hint plugging you.
Has reached critical level.
Plugging you in. You know, just give you some love out here in these streets, man. You know, out here.
No, don't do that.
Just love out here in this fighting circuit. So, anyways, guys, you know, right now we are talking about Thor, Love and Thunder. I talked to Son about this, like, I don't know, maybe two months back. I did a review for it. I had it recorded. I just didn't like what was going on with it. So I wanted somebody else to come in with me that actually seen the movie, and so that's why I asked my man Sonic here to join us. And before we go on, Sonic, like, how did you feel about the movie overall?
Honestly, okay, I had some predictions that just did not come to fruition, and I thought for the longest, because, you know, I thought Chris Hemsworth was done playing the character, and I expected Thor to die. That's not what I got.
Technically, Thor did die, but not the one you're thinking about. Spoiler.
Yeah, because I also liked the dope thing Nomir was doing. Oh, good lord, that was so cool.
I mean, like the intro of Love and Thunder was cool. How he just, like, I can't remember what the rock dude's name was.
Cord.
Yeah. He was explaining, like, what happened in the events of Thor Ragnarok. Then,
and see, that was one of the things that led me to believing that he was dead. Because why isn't Thor telling that story? If, you know, anyone was going to tell the story, I figure it'd be Thor. I don't know. It's just the odd direction they went, and I was like, oh, this is it. This is the death of an Avenger. I thought we was going to get that. We got it with Tony. Tony died.
Yeah, we got it with Tony. We got it with
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Kinda. I thought was the more
it's how can I say it? I think Sonic Belushi. Where's your mic?
No, you didn't lose me.
Like for me, when Black Widow and Tony died, it hit. You know,
I don't think the impact of Natasha's death really.
I think that
like it should have.
That's the thing about, like, maybe when they did the Black Widow movie, I guess it's supposed to make the hit us back again. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a weird time for that. I felt like that Black Widow movie should have played right after
either after Civil War or something.
Before,
because, like, I feel like it would have fit. That's my whole issue with Black Widow. Like, Black Widow for me was came right after Civil War or definitely before Endgame. Or, I mean, before the what's it called? Before Infinity Saga. Yeah, so I feel like that should have happened. That's why I feel like it should happen. But with Thor, Love and Thunder, like, I guess why people didn't care or mainly didn't like it. Maybe because to them it felt a little bit too comedic. But for me,
yeah, I've been hearing it too.
Yeah, I mean, it was because, like, if you look at Thor and Thor: The Dark World, like I said, it was serious. But not too many people didn't know too much about Dark World. But
See, I remember seeing Dark World and being slightly disappointed because this is the reality stone we're talking. I get that the movie was doing some weird things, but we didn't really see what the reality stone could do until Thanos got it.
Right.
And that's what was interesting. I might go back and watch it because the Dark Ether thing was a weird thing going on. But I don't think anybody understood it. I certainly didn't get it.
Yeah,
I thought the Dark Ether was a thing. If it was such a thing, why didn't Thanos use Dark Ether? He just used the reality stone. That made way more sense.
Yeah, I agree. It could have been so more.
I think the writing gets stronger as these movies go through.
I agree.
Because I feel like early on, they probably didn't know what they were doing. But, like, I ain't gonna say not knowing completely, because certain characters say Captain America, that first movie was god tier.
Oh yeah, like the first, definitely the first Captain America was good. Actually, to be honestly real with you, Sonic, I like all the Captain America movies. I even like I can't wait till we get Sam Wilson's Captain America, was supposedly
can't wait to see where that goes.
I think because like Captain America 4 niggas say like new world order or something like that. Supposedly like the Dark Adventure is supposed to be a part, or supposed to be the.
I want you to recognize that Sam Wilson has already said the joke that I've said to y'all already. The biggest meme, greatest meme.
What's the greatest meme?
The fact that so he's like, talking to the senator, talking to the people who are in charge of money, who are in charge, and he's like, you got to do better. It's like, okay, but do better at what? Like, that was never quite the question. It was just be better. Stop being bad. Exactly what I've been telling y'all in these games. Like, how do you do the Hadouken? Yeah, just be better. Stop being bad.
But for me, I would say the movie itself. I'm actually, and I normally do not care for Rotten Tomatoes movie ratings, because they banned it to the critics anyways, just to save face. But I'm looking at the tomato meter, it's 66%. Audience loved the movie. It's at 78%. And I follow like a lot of different YouTubers who talk about Thor: Love and Thunder. They say, oh, the movie's like falling for grace. To me, I will watch it again, honestly. Besides all the stuff they've been saying about, but let's stay on track here and pretty much talk about. So pretty much like Thor, he's lonely, he's hurtful. He's like his heart is broken. He don't know where. I guess in his story, he don't know where to fit. He don't know where to fit in, and so he pretty much traveled with the Guardians of the Galaxy for a time being. Like he actually got.
I expected as Guardians of the Galaxy, but they didn't give us that. So
I mean, he said it in the movie. He's like at one point, so yeah, we gotta break up the Asgard of the Galaxy, because I thought that was actually pretty funny that he had to say we gotta break up the group now. I gotta find out who's killing. Which I didn't know. I didn't think they was gonna bring Lady Sif in this movie, which was great to me.
Lady Sif, who was that?
That was Thor, somewhat love interest.
Oh yeah. You know what? She was one of the friends from the first movie. I recognized that when I seen her.
And also, Lady Sif was in like I want to say maybe the first season or the second season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And that's probably not even canon no more. Don't talk about it.
Like, I think it's saying why it's not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not canon no more because of the last season. It was weird. And I honestly I didn't watch it. I watched all of season 6, and I'm like, all right, I think I'm burnt out.
Season 6, I didn't even know they did.
Yeah,
that
season
much
7. Yeah, season 7 is some type of way they travel back in time, either to stop or start. I don't know. It was weird how they.
What?
Yes, it had to do with Hydra, and I'm like, all right, I'm kind of over it. But so pretty much like let me ask you this: like in the trailer,
okay,
people was mad. And they like some people thought Thor and Star-Lord like had a thing.
Oh, is that the queer bait that they're talking about?
That's one of them. That's one of them. It's like, cause
I mean, I thought the scene was kind of funny. Look into the eyes
I
of
thought
your
it
loved
was
one.
funny. That's why I looked at it, because when Star was saying, you were saying something like, no, well, if you're lost, just look at the people that rest behind you. Then you see Thor just kind of sliding through, looking. I'm like,
Now, what is confusing is Gamora wasn't with him.
Gamora's dead.
Yeah, but remember they got another Gamora.
Gamora, like how they did it, and again, I can express this enough. When you talk about time travel in any type of movie, you gotta be careful how to thread that line. So pretty much what happened.
I guess they didn't use the Gamora from the other timeline.
No, they did. So because she went back to her own timeline. So that way,
I guess that means infinitely that situation would come up again and she would die again. So,
yeah. That's pretty much what's going on there. So pretty much, I did like also they talked about the main bad guy is Thor the God Butcher, and
Gore the God Butcher, not Thor.
Thor, yeah, thank you. So Gore, like Christian Bale, who did the Dark Knight trilogy, he was in. I actually enjoyed him. I feel like, honestly, I love Chris Hemsworth as Thor. His character, Gore, carried that movie.
Yeah, I could agree with that, because when he was pretty much when he was on screen, it was black and white. A lot of times, especially a lot of his presence was felt because of that. That was so cool.
Right, and I like that, and that was really enjoyable for me. I was like. I would give the MCU so much credit is that they make their villains likable and like relatable. To a certain degree, I feel like they kind of do it a little too much, but I think with cause I think the best example is Killmonger.
Killmonger, obviously the best villain.
So, but I feel like that trend's kind of with Gore. I feel like that trend's kind of like. Green Goblin and Spider-Man and
No Way Home.
No Way Home. I was like, he kind of should have died, but I get why they stopped him, because I feel like don't.
Well, I get why they stopped him too, and I don't think that him going on a revenge quest would be the story that they would want to see Spider-Man go through for real.
Right. I agree with that.
Because like if we already kind of seen this with Tobey Maguire's character.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like they also show like how he got the if I'm trying to say what was the name of like the Necro Sword. If I'm saying.
Yeah, why was it just sitting there? I don't like that.
All right, so in the comics, Gore saw Null, the king of all symbiotes, killed.
Oh yeah, I don't know who has the right to Null actually.
No, they I don't think the MCU has the right to put Null in the comics yet. Cause I still think they're trying to figure out how to get like the symbiote is in the MCU, but the one thing, it was my biggest gripe with No Way Home is, like, you have Venom there. Let Venom join the fight. But no.
And he sure didn't. Yeah, he was just a glorified cameo.
Yeah, and I was like, that's the one thing that bothered me. Even, like, it kind of reminded me of Iron Man 3. We got the Mandarin here. And I'm like, and it's not even the Mandarin. I'm like, oh my God, come on.
That was a trip, too. But they rectified it.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. They did rectify that in Shang-Chi. So don't get me wrong. They definitely rectified that. So I can forgive that. But it's like pretty much like I think like a piece of his. I want to say like a piece of the symbiote or the skin came off and they kind of formed into a sword. It's one of the most powerful weapons in Marvel. And so that's how Gore pretty much got.
Not if Deadpool has anything to say about that, because he did have the writers make what was it? It was a sword made of adamantium or something. They made a sword for them.
Like anime. And I want us to talk about that too, because I think like Zeus's lightning bolt is some type of adamantium or something like that. Like I don't know, like because I'll explain more when we get to the end of it. So
I expected something else out of Zeus. I was not expecting his accent. Whatever his
Yeah,
accent was not expecting that.
I think that's one of the things that Russell Crowe and what's the director name, Taikiki Wakai, they was they was
Yeah, Tiger Waititi.
yeah
Tiger
Taik,
Waititi.
yeah they was trying. I think they was trying to figure out how to make Zeus's voice how to sound like. And me
I mean,
personally,
I didn't. It didn't bother me.
it didn't
was
bother
just
me. I think that was the one that they was trying.
unsuspected.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting. I was kind of expecting something like booming, but I get why they made Zeus put how Zeus is because they made him because those you don't know your Greek mythology, Zeus was a jerk. Zeus was definitely
Yeah, I mean, I think people understand that about
Yeah.
Zeus. He was the guy that turned himself into a goose to smash the women who would smash gooses.
This is an
Hey,
emergency.
I'm into it if they are. That's a joke. I'm not.
So,
I ain't even going.
so these girls that Zeus be smashing in Greek mythology, does that make them a furry? So I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just trying to
I
figure that out.
I want to say that they know that it was Zeus. They have to.
Are we
right?
sure? Because I don't know. Are we sure?
The only one I could forgive is when Zeus done morphed himself into looking like the woman's husband. Don't remember what backstory this is. But apparently,
yeah. But so pretty much, I want to talk about Jane Foster, and like it was cool to see my girl come back and play Jane, Natalie Portman. I was happy to see her come back.
You like Natalie Portman like that?
I mean, when she do certain roles, I love her roles. I love, especially if they I feel like they're really good. Because I love her as Jane. Like I know that her and Marvel had a falling out. I think after the Dark World. I don't remember the exact thing that happened. I want to say because of pay, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know in particular what they was beefing about. But I remember when they when they announced Love and Thunder and they showed when Natalie Portman come out with the mask and the hammer, I was like, yo, that's actually pretty dope. So it made me excited for it. So the crazier thing is, those who don't know the lore, Jane Foster was dying of cancer. I think it was a stage, I want to say 4,
11, because she looked terrible.
Oh yeah, she did, and it was bad. So with the hand, like in comic books, Thor wasn't worthy of wielding Mjolnir, and so it chose Jane to be the new or her character was Mighty Thor.
Kinda, because what I did find fascinating was the fact that he was able to pick it up. And he was like,
Yeah.
Just check it. But the joke with Stormbreaker kind of just sliding in, apparently throwing him. I think the hammer was sentient. Is it really?
I don't know. I mean, in Marvel Comics now, it's kind of sentient because
I guess
Odin is now because it's King Thor. And Thor is King of Asgard now in the comics.
That's a good point.
So yeah, but at the time when Stormbreaker kept like just moseying in, and Thor talking to Mjolnir like, it's like, I miss you. Then you see Mjolnir, Stormbreaker just
because you know what this makes me think of, right?
What's that?
It makes me think of when they were fighting Thanos together, and Thor was using both Stormbreaker and
he was.
That was a threesome. That was.
But I mean, if you think about it, Cap used the hammer too in Endgame.
Oh, it got passed around. See what
You didn't need Thor no more. So, but like the crazy thing is, don't you remember? Like I think Thor had to return his hammer back to the original timeline, and talk about in Endgame because because he wanted the game. If things don't go back as the Ancient One said, if things don't go back to the way it was, there's something bad. Pretty much the timeline is gonna get messed up, which is already messed up now thanks to Sylvie and Loki. which I can't wait.
Yeah, and see,
which I can't wait for season 2 to come.
I'm about to get into the nitty gritty of the weirdness of comics, and this is one of the reasons I do love comics so much. But at the same time, these movies, of course, they're trying to make a profit. At the same time, I don't know if we're ready for Secret Wars. I don't think we have all the pieces for Secret Wars. Here's a good example of what I'm talking about. Spider-Man's black suit didn't happen until Secret Wars.
And maybe
little stuff like that.
And maybe that's why we haven't gotten it yet in these Spider-Man films, because there is a Spider-Man 4 coming, and I'm hoping if you remember Spider-Man the animated series, Shaka, you can't get away from me.
Oh shit! I would chase you to the end of the world. Like, oh my god, he's so absurd. I love it.
Oh my god, that's overreact at its finest, but I love it. I love it so much. But cause I know like the next Avengers movie I think is Secret Wars. No, it's not Secret Wars. It's Kang. Is it Secret Wars? Then it's Kang Dynasty or something like that.
It's one's Kang's
Dynasty.
Dynasty, and then the other one is.
So I don't know. But again,
I don't think they're gonna pull it off twice. They already did it one time with the Avengers, and then like Endgame, and
I think that's the problem people is with MCU. Again, we still talking about Thor: Love and Thunder, but I think that's the thing people are angry. Where's the payoff? I think where we still at right now is post Endgame. I think that's where we at.
Yeah,
I think maybe until we get to the next phase, because people were like, when the first phase happened, boom, we's getting all these little tidbits of, we getting these little interconnections and stuff like that. So I get because that was my thought process, because with Thor: Love and Thunder, like if you think about it, it really started off with Doctor Strange, and where was his payoff going? Like one of the post credits was you meet Clea, who is Doctor Strange's girlfriend. Well, Clea's the new Sorcerer Supreme in the comics now. Doctor Strange is dead in the Marvel comics, but they're gonna bring him back. I'm not even concerned about it. They're gonna bring him back. But so I think that's what everybody want to know, because I don't remember. I don't think Thor. Oh yeah, they did have a post credit scene or after credit scene where you see Heimdall and you see
Heimdall.
Yeah, thank you. Jane Foster, she's in Asgard now. I mean, Valhalla. Yeah, Valhalla. I'm sorry. And I gotta say though, like I said, I do love the actress who played Valkyrie. Like I said, going back to Jane. People was thinking that, like, they say Jane Foster and Valkyrie was like kind of queer baiting a little bit. I was like, how? They was like, for me, like she was just looking out for her sister. That's what a Valkyrie does. A Valkyrie look out for her sister. And because those.
Hey, your boys, you probably I didn't mean to cut you off, but your boys done caught up with the boy Corey Kenshin just now. They just got killed by him on Apex.
Corey Kenshin play Apex?
Apparently.
I wonder if that's really him. But anyways,
I'm wondering that myself.
Yeah. So pretty much like Gore, he comes to New Asgard. He captures all the kids, and then he's like why they catch all the kids? Thor sees Jane, which was really he was like Mjolnir. Like, I'm sorry, he saw Mjolnir first. Then just when he was about to reach out for the hammer
call him for it like a dog. Here boy.
Here boy. And he sees Jane with the hammer, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that was
doing the coolest splinter attack."
Oh my god, cool. Yeah, that jump was great.
It makes this amazing sound.
Yeah, oddly enough, I know you don't play Marvel's Avengers, but that Jane Foster is in the Marvel Avengers game.
Doing the splinter thing?
I think she has the splinter thing. I think she do. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played it. I have played as her. All right, I'm gonna talk, like the reason nobody is not a big fan of Jane Foster in Marvel's Avengers is that she don't have her own movesets. She got the same complete She got the same complete moveset as Thor. Only thing is different is her ultimate attack. It was just completely different. It was just called like all weapon or all mother. I can't remember the exact name for it. But it was like Thor and like then like Korg, he goes into why Thor and Jane broke up. You know, they obviously because they seemed less of one another. So that caused the reason for them to break up. And so pretty much Jane's showing that each time she the reason like the hammer wasn't curing Jane, it was keeping the cancer at bay. And each time she would release Mjolnir, the cancer would reach up, would be get worse and worse and worse, which happened in the comic books. And like because it was fun. Funny enough, she had Jane and Sam were a couple in the comics for a little bit.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, I did my research for that. But eventually, they had so they said, hey, let's get all the gods all together. Of course, this is where Zeus come in. Let's get all the gods together and let's band together and try to stop Gore from doing what he need to do. So pretty much like I said, Zeus then he's like, nah, bump that. Said what was funny was Zeus stripped Thor butt naked because that Zeus.
Yeah, I thought that scene was good.
Zeus, Thor, and Jane was all in disguise. It was so funny.
Their disguises were bad.
Yeah, guy, it was awful. And so the disguise was awful, and then Thor's just ripped his clothes off, and then maybe 3 of the 4 ladies behind Zeus just fainted. I legit died from that. Then Zeus tells Thor yes, man, I'm scared. So I want to go against Gore. He's the god butcher. What? No. So now I think the one scene you was talking about how Thor was trying to find out where the kids was at, and then Valkyrie just kept messing with him.
Yeah, just kept messing with him.
Yes, it was. I admit it was funny, but like moments like that, hey, I'm trying to see where these kids are at. Let me find where these kids are at. So that was the thing. Supposedly, they had a fight with Zeus.
He's getting important information, and Valkyrie is just picking with him.
Yeah, just picking with the whole.
5 minutes later.
All right, sorry about that, folks. But one of the problems people had was it was I guess like we said in the beginning of this, it's it was too comedic, and I don't. It was, but it wasn't that bad for me. It pretty much what I'm saying. It's not that bad. Then eventually, Jane tells Thor that no, she's dying. She had stage 4 cancer, and they actually reconnect and stuff like that. So it was a good moment. Then eventually, they catch up with Gore, and Jane finds out that he needs Stormbreaker to reach Eternity. Eternity is one of the one of the Marvel cosmic gods. That's what I want to say.
Right.
And he needed to make a wish, but if Gore makes this wish, everything else is going to pretty much die. All the gods is going to die,
including Thor, or is he a pseudo god?
I think it's including Thor. I think it's definitely including Thor, because those are the reason Gore is going to
see. This was neat too, for the fact that Thor didn't win.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Thor did not win, because each time he went against Gore, he did not win at all. And at one point when I think the second time they went against Gore injures Valkyrie. And then Jane, she loses the hammer at one point, but then she goes. They had pretty much had to escape, but Gore has Stormbreaker, so now he gets to go to Eternity.
Oh yeah, that's right. The scene where he did fight against him, and
because
desperation let him grab that dang hammer.
Yeah,
it's not enchanted, so
it's not. What was I will admit this though, what was kind of interesting, like you said, Each time they went against Gore, they lost. Each time they fought against Gore, they lost every time. I was like, and I will admit, that was pretty interesting to me. It's like, dang.
I also knew he was going to die as a character. I knew that once he got his hand on Necrosword, because it's called the Necrosword, I know it's killing him.
Right.
But it's an allegory for the same situation that Jane was going through.
Yeah.
He's going through. And then I also think it was a little on the nose when they broke the sword, and she collected the bits in the hammer. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. This is to also represent the fact that she has like cancer inside of her, like she has the Necrosword inside the hammer. So it was a lot of symbolism. I kind of followed most of it. I'm sure there's a few that I'm missing because they're calling. Here's another cool example that the movies do that the comics didn't. Gore doesn't have a daughter. This character is literally plucked out of thin air.
Yeah, because Gore's family, his entire family's dead. His whole goal, cause I think at one point it took 3 different Thors in the comics to beat Gore. It took 3.
When you say 3 different Thors, is one of them Beta Ray? Because they doing my boy dirty. I can't wait to see my horse face Beta Ray Bill. Because
Beta Ray Bill was rumored to be in the movie and he was not, and I was sad that he wasn't in the movie. Now supposedly in one of these movies he's supposed to be in there. I just don't know which one.
We know he out there in the universe. We've seen the statue.
Yeah, you're right. We've seen the statue, but pretty much like what at the end, like Thor got the kids. He saved them. He pretty much, which is so funny to me. He gave all the kids like the power of a god, just for a
limited time only.
That was funny to me. Like for a limited time only. And I have to admit, when they all went against the little shadow creatures. It was when that little girl had a teddy bear going around the circle. I was like, oh, all right, it's hilarious. I'm sorry, it's funny. I can't get enough of that. But then at one point, Thor trying to free Stormbreaker. Like, I know we had a rough time, but come on, Stormbreaker, you don't need to do this. It was great. I was like, it was weird, but it was funny. But like I said, eventually Gore wins, and he's about to. Like I think. Because his wish was just to kill all the gods, and Thor's like, "Do what you want. I'm gonna be the one I love. That's it. I don't care." And Gore wished back his daughter, and because again, like Sonic said, the Necrosword was killing Gore as well. He was killing him, and he was like, "Do what you want. I don't care. I'm gonna be the one I love." Now, the funny enough is Gore thought was named Love. Matter of fact, in the comics, I'm thinking we don't even know his family's name.
Yeah, see. Oh, don't do that.
So again, like, my thing is like, with some of these villains, like I said, Killmonger was the best villain. I don't care what nobody say. I think Killmonger was definitely better than Thanos. And you know Thanos was the big bad.
No. I ain't gonna say that.
Okay, look, I'll say it like this, just so y'all guys don't throw the torches and pitchforks at me. I feel like Killmonger was a relatable villain. I'll say that. Thanos, no. Yes.
Look. Killmonger was correct. Thanos was also correct.
No,
right?
Thanos. We're not doing this.
I agree with Thanos.
We're not agreeing with Thanos. We're not agreeing with Thanos. Not at all.
Now I'm gonna tell you where his logic is flawed. Right?
Okay.
So. Where Thanos is wrong is okay. He was saying resources and stuff, right? I get that they couldn't do the Lady Death thing,
which they had his statue. I think in the movie.
Okay, I get that they couldn't do the fact that he was trying to impress Death, but
I think that would have worked honestly. But go ahead.
I want it to work, but they would have to. There was a few things they would have to introduce first. I think the X-Men needed to be a thing. Yeah. Deadpool needed to be a thing.
Yeah.
And Death and the cosmic stuff and the cosmic side of Marvel.
Right.
All of that need to be kind of established first. But I am glad they did this in reverse because the way that comic normally starts, well, starts for real is everyone is already being like snapped out.
Yeah,
It starts with characters being snapped out, but that's neither here nor there. It's just
like it's So like I said, I get it, because again I get it that with Marvel, with MCU, with certain storylines they got to do it differently. It can't be with the comic Batum by Batum or whatever the case being. I get it, but pretty much at the end of the movie, Jane dies, like we said. Thor's raised in love, so that's the thing. I think that's pretty much it. But
I kind of see Thor as a reluctant father figure.
Yeah.
Inevitably, when this character becomes the juice, I'm wholeheartedly expecting Thor to die.
I don't like. Only way I see them killing off Thor because Mark Ruffalo, who played Bruce Banner in the Hulk.
He's putting it up. He's done playing Hulk.
Now I heard they gave him another contract to maybe stay on for maybe a couple more movies. So I don't know.
You think he's messing something up by trying to leave?
I don't think he is or not, because think about this. If you ever watch Hawkeye, Kate Bishop's now Hawkeye now. Sam Wilson's new Captain America now. We still got Winter Soldier. She-Hulk's coming in.
Some of these characters are just fusions of more characters.
Yeah, like this is like my thing with that. Like I said, because I don't know if Jeremy Renner is actually done with Marvel, unlike Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. Like I don't know what's going on, but I think he's kind of taking a break from the superhero scene for the most part. My girl who played Natasha, her and Disney had a bad falling out. So I don't know. I understood how they got over that.
And
they did, but I don't think she ever coming back with him though. That again, that's what I'm thinking. So that's why I feel like that's why they took up the Secret Avengers and stuff like that, Secret Wars. So cause I know they got Invasion coming up with Sam Jackson. And supposedly he might be, I think after you get done with Secret Invasion, I think he might be done. So I don't know. Let's get Maria Hill to take over. So I don't know where they're going to go with this, because that's one thing that kind of bothers me, that Nick Fury is not playing more of a big part. I think he's supposed to be in the Marvels, which I heard which is not being too good. They saying what I'm hearing from the Marvels is like the Marvels being a little too silly. Almost sillier than Thor: Love and Thunder. But that's not. Now before we go, I really want to say Miss Marvel for her own video. I'm going to try to convince. I'll tell Son about Miss Marvel, and it took me. I didn't watch the initial episodes, even when all the episodes came out. I was not really thrilled to watch it because how they treat the source material. And those you know me, I follow the source material. That's why some of these bad adaptations be bad. Because honestly, the blemish for Marvel is, and I hate to say it, and Sonic will say his favorite catchphrase with me, is Captain Marvel was not a good show. Miss Marvel is really not good. I think those are two blemishes for Marvel. So Sonic, and my mom's called me. Hold on 1 second. So, Sonic, let me ask you this question right quick. Do you believe if there's a fatigue with the MCU movies right now? What do you...
Inevitably, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do. I think there's a little bit of fatigue.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what they could do about it, other than do what they've been doing, do what works. Other than that, I don't think that's anyone's fault.
I don't think it's anyone's fault either. I just feel like what Kevin Feige and what he's doing with Marvel, they're kind of really holding out a little bit, because again, the biggest problem that everybody has right now with X-Men, with the movie, they're calling it mutants. Now I'm hoping that they're not calling it mutants. They're just calling it mutants for now, so they get a title that sticks. But what everybody is guessing is looking like it's going to be true. We're gonna get this new age of mutants from this modern age of Marvel comics, which I mean is.
I want a nice little mix of some past and some present.
I don't mind if they do something like that, but what it's looking like, we're not going to get that. We're probably gonna get like a Cyclops and I think Beast. I don't know. Like I want to give
me my Dame Nightcrawler. He looked so baller with his Dame Michael Jackson aesthetic last time we seen.
But that's what I would love for them to bring back the cast from like from Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. I would love for them to bring them back into the fold. But it's like, man, like I think that's everybody like, because right now, let's be honest. Do I believe that's a fatigue? It is. But I think people still kind of holding out, because right now, DC, they're nowhere. They just.
No, don't say that yet. Don't say that yet. But some of the stuff they put out was pretty good.
No. I'm talking about right now. I ain't talking about stuff that came out. I'm talking about right now, because like they just canceled Batgirl. They canceled that movie. After this Flash movie come out, supposedly they're done with Ezra Miller. So I say he did this to himself. Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe my brain Sonic back in when we talk about DC stuff. So
we'll get on that.
But that's like honestly how I feel about Thor: Love and Thunder. I really think that it's a watch. Don't listen to what the critics saying. I say go watch it for yourself. Like I said, normally I don't agree with Rotten Tomato, but the audience score, I agree with the audience score. I agree with their score. I think it's like 10,000 plus for their ratings. So I think that's pretty good. 78% is pretty good.
Yeah, and I don't think this movie got like enough hate to be like review bombs.
Right.
Yeah, it's not as bad as what people have been saying. It is your typical sort of kind of Marvel tale, but like I think people are just bored of that whole thing.
Yeah, cause like I said, really, people want the next fix. They want the next high. I think that's really what it is.
Yeah, and I think it was inevitable after, the biggest movie that at that time was like Endgame and the other one,
Infinity War.
And
yeah.
That's the. I think that's the hard part. Like, how are you gonna top?
How can we make lightning strike twice? Is what they trying to do, and it's going to be hard because they really thread the needle with their storytelling with the characters. Like I said, I don't care what no one said, but Captain Marvel is not the strongest Avengers. Y'all can fight me on that.
What, Marvel?
No, she's not. Plus how they.
I can kind of agree that she has some of the most powerful feats that we've seen.
She got the most powerful feats, but she's not the strongest Avenger. And I'm sorry. And I'm not saying that because
that's because you don't like Brie Larson. Why you don't like Brie Larson? Huh?
I'm not saying I don't like Brie Larson. I'm not saying that. It's how the MCU like kind of projected her to be. Because then when she came back in Endgame for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and there's like, oh yeah, we're gonna try to help Brie Larson get an Oscar. Like, no, she been away for 10 minutes.
If she had more character, and
maybe more character,
she didn't have more character. Yeah,
like, she was like in the beginning, in the end. That's it. Like what I want for the Marvels, I want Captain Marvel to be likable again. Because again, to me, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to cap off with this. Honestly, God, truthfully, Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman was better than Captain Marvel. Battle Angel Alita was better than Captain Marvel.
Okay, you can't talk about Battle Angel because that movie was an anomaly. That movie had every right to fail and suck a dick in the ass.
But it did, though. That movie it did good. Crying out loud. But yeah, we're gonna end it off here, guys. Like I said, if y'all enjoy my boy Sonic in here, you want to be like maybe another reaction to or just another random topic, whatever we talk about, because we are gonna talk about.
Yeah, hit me with random topics. Yeah, let's try that. Let's mix up the pot a bit. If somebody come up with some random topics and want to talk about it,
I'm talking anything. Anything at all. We'll talk about positions. What kind of positions is up to you, but we'll talk about
Anyways, guys, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, come to the random side. We do have those cookies. Hashtag me, Corey's Kitchen, and please, I'm going to say again, please.
Oh, apparently your friends are already just met Corey. He put a bullet in their head in Apex. If he's playing Apex right now, then they've met Corey's Kitchen. So you might want to look into that.
And I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.